Most people think peak performance comes from discipline, motivation, or talent, but that's not actually why you feel locked in one day and completely off the next. Peak performance is not something you force, and it's not something a lucky few are born with. It comes from a set of conditions that make your best work possible. So in this video, I'm going to show you the 6 things that helped me stop leaving my best days to chance. These are the shifts that helped me go from feeling inconsistent and frustrated to performing at a high level more consistently. You can start using these right away to stop hoping you feel good on any given day and start building the conditions that actually create peak performance. Number 1 is about how top performers think differently about consistency itself. What keeps most people stuck is this: you've been treating peak performance like a personality trait. Like some people are born with it and you're not. But the people who perform consistently aren't more talented or more driven. They've built the right conditions for their best performance and stopped leaving it to chance. That is a different thing from hoping you feel good on any given morning. Hoping is not a system, it is just a wish with good intentions. Peak performance is not something you feel your way into, you build it. A couple of years ago, I believed my problem was motivation. So I read books, bought a planner, felt excited for about 12 days, hit a rough stretch, and went right back to every old habit I had. The planner collected dust. That month, I had my worst output in 2 years. I was not performing better. I was better at talking about why I should be. The fake solution I was hooked on, reading and watching content about performance instead of doing the work, felt like progress. Understanding a system and doing the work are 2 different things. Watching someone else perform never closes that gap. Number 2 is your pre-work routine. Top performers do their pre-game routine whether they feel like it or not. That is exactly why it works. Most people think it's too simple to matter. It takes 90 seconds. You build a short routine before the work that matters most. 3 steps is enough. Make coffee, sit in the same chair, write down the one thing that has to get done today. I do this before every recording session. Same 3 steps, every time. That sequence, done the same way every time, teaches your brain to connect those steps with a focused state. After enough times, the routine stops being a signal. It puts you there. The consistency is what matters. Number 3 is how top performers talk to themselves, especially when things go wrong. Most people treat a failure like proof. I tried that, it didn't work, so I'm not cut out for it. But failure is not proof of a fixed limit. It is information about your current approach. I had a week once where I failed at the same task 3 days running. Old version of me would have quit. Instead, I asked, what does this tell me? Turns out my focus window was too short. I cut my sessions in half. Next attempt, done in 40 minutes. The people who perform consistently treat failure as a lesson, not a verdict. Set a clear goal. Picture the work before you start. Talk to yourself like someone you believe in. And watch yourself talk closely. Self-doubt pulls you out of the zone before you even get there. Pick a power phrase, 1 to 3 words, and use it every time doubt shows up. I've got this. Stay locked in. Keep going. Seeing yourself do the work in your head before you do it for real is preparation, not wishful thinking. Number 4 is flow. Top performers focus on getting into flow, not just working harder. Not the buzzword, the actual state where you are so locked in that time disappears and you stop feeling the effort. Most people treat it like luck. It is not. It shows up when 2 things line up. The task takes your full attention, and it is not so far above your level that stress takes over. Too easy and your mind drifts. Too hard and you freeze up. Ask yourself honestly, is the work you are doing matched to where you are right now? If you feel bored, you need a harder challenge. If you feel stuck, break the task down. Flow is not a reward. It is what happens when the challenge fits your skill. You can engineer that. I made a full video on this and you can find it on my channel. Number 5 is the foundation that actually makes all of this possible. You can have the right mindset, the right routine, the right goals. But if you are running on bad sleep and no fuel, none of it works the way it should. Sleep, food, and movement. Everyone knows this matters. Almost nobody treats it like it does. Sleep comes first. Running on 5 or 6 hours does not feel like sleep trouble. It feels like being a little off, a little slower, a little more irritated, more likely to pick the easy task instead of the important one. Over time, that becomes your new normal and you stop noticing. 7 to 9 hours is not a treat. It is the foundation everything else is built on. Food and water come next. Your brain runs on fuel. Eating junk and wondering why your brain feels cloudy at 3 p.m. is a fuel problem. Then movement. A body that sits still all day runs on low power. 20 to 30 minutes of moving around, any kind, wakes up your brain. Exercise is not a health thing only, it is a performance thing. Number 6, and finally, is about focusing only on what you can actually control. Most of what is stressing you out right now is not your problem to solve. Before important work, take 30 seconds and write down everything that is stressing you out. Then cross out every single thing you cannot control. What is left is your actual work. Everything crossed out is noise you have been carrying around by choice. What your competition is doing, what someone thinks of you, a choice someone else made. You cannot do anything about any of that right now. Every bit of energy you spend on it is stolen from the work in front of you. This sounds simple. Most people skip it entirely. Write it down, cross it out, move on. Now let's talk about what quietly holds all of this back, because you can know all 6 of these things and still not change. Here's why. Perfectionism. People think it means having high standards. It does not. It means you are scared of being judged, so you never fully commit, never fully follow through, because then you can tell yourself you weren't even trying yet. It looks like care. It is hiding dressed up. Running too many goals at once. If you have 6 things you are working on at the same time, you are not moving forward in any of them. You are burning energy switching back and forth. Staying focused on one thing long enough to build real progress is how performance grows. Thinking that being busy means you are being effective. Results are the only real measure. Hours logged is not. If you want to become more focused and perform at a higher level, subscribe and join the doers. So here's what I want you to do tonight. Open a blank page. Write down your pre-performance routine for tomorrow morning. 3 steps. Do those 3 steps before anything else tomorrow. Fix your morning tomorrow, not your whole life. Here's where you are right now. There is a version of you who watches this, feels good about it, and goes to sleep. 6 weeks from now, that version is in the same spot, still waiting to feel ready. And there is a version of you who picks up a pen tonight, writes 3 steps down, and does them tomorrow. Then again the day after. That version builds real proof the first version never will. The gap between those 2 versions is not talent, it is a choice you make right now. One last thing. You have already proven you can perform at a high level. You've had the good day. The question is whether you are done leaving it to chance. Most people will close this video and wait for a better day to start. Don't be most people.